Hey, what's going on, everybody? Shane here from Vulgar Sway Gaming, and you know it's Christmas time. Everybody's holly and jolly, and me, well, I'm not so much into a lot of the Christmas movies, but I do love horror movies. And if you can intertwine that with Christmas, all the better, I say. So if you don't want something so holly and jolly, but filled with a little bit more screaming and stabbing and suffocation and stuff like that. It's always fun. Maybe little monsters running around. I got some movies for you. No particular order, but they're pretty fun. So let's dive into the first one. One of my all-time favorite movies of all time is 1984's Gremlins. This was executive produced by Steven Spielberg, directed by Joe Dante. And if you're not familiar with Gremlins, but you know what a Furby is, they're like kind of similar. You got Gizmo. He looks like a Furby. And you don't feed them after midnight. You don't get water on them. Otherwise, they turn into crazy creatures. They multiply. It's pretty crazy. And these just take over a whole town. Mayhem ensues. I will leave it at Billy. His dad is an inventor and buys this creature in Chinatown. And that's where all the insanity ensues because he gets it from the grandfather's grandson of the Chinatown shop, and the grandfather's like, no, Mogwai is too this is what they're called, Mogwai. He's like, they're too dangerous, there's a lot of rules, responsibilities with them. He ain't gonna sell it to anybody, but sells it to this dude because the grandson comes to takes it because they need the money anyway. So being the good dad he is, he gives his son something that he needs to take care of, some more responsibility. They already got a dog. But anyway, it follows him just hanging out with Gizmo, having a good time, and then, oops, lo and behold, Corey Feldman's in this. He comes in and spills water all over Gizmo. At least if I remember, yeah, he spills water on him. Anyway, they're screwing around with Gizmo, having a good time with him. Somebody knocks over a paint jar full of water. Bam! He fucking starts popping up all the little Gizmos. All the little Mogwai start coming out, and then they got a little whole squad led by Stripe. He's their leader. And I think I'll just get into that much. But this movie, it's like a mix of comedy and everything. It takes place during Christmas. But it gets pretty fucking dark at some points. With like Billy's friend, Phoebe, Kate. Well, the actress's name is Phoebe, but Kate. He's hanging out with her. He's trying to get at that. And then, they wind up together and she goes on this dark tangent how she hates Christmas and everything. And it's like, oh, that's sad. And then it just shows clips of townspeople dying. Straight up, they're dying. They're dead. They're dead. The gremlins are killing people. This movie is pretty dark. It has like these weird comedic overtones to it where you're just like, you just watched a bunch of people die. This whole town's dead. Like, I don't know. The second one's funny too. I mean, I like the first one better, but it's when this whole town just dies and there's like no consequences or anything. It's just, fuck it. Anyway, this movie's been out for a while, so if I spoiled anything, you should have just watched this already. But definitely go check out Gremlins if you haven't watched. That was a brief overview. There's a bunch of stuff that I left out. So go check out Gremlins. That's for my first pick. Next one is a little bit newer. Came out in 2012. This is Silent Night with a Deranged. It's just like kind of a, I don't know, slasher flick, but it's the Santa. He's got like weird goggles, like weird glasses. He's running around. He like kills a lot of fucking people. Like shoots up a police station, kills a lot of cops. Has like a fucking flamethrower. Kills somebody with like Christmas lights and like in a garage. It's pretty brutal. I mean, the flamethrower is pretty badass. He's just running around with a fucking flamethrower. It's weird. I wouldn't say there's some scenes where it's like kind of slashery, but then there's other scenes where homeboy's got guns and like a flamethrower and just, going all at it. That one's pretty fun. I enjoyed it. Again, pretty cheesy, whatever. It's cool. Santa's going around killing people. You can't beat that. Even people to death. And then for the next one, this one, some people would like to say this is like the start of the modern slasher. This is an older film, modern slasher series. It's called Black Christmas. Scream got a lot of inspiration from this, just with Black Christmas takes place in 1974 at a sorority house where a caller just keeps calling in and says he's gonna kill the girls in the sorority house, and they're all freaking out. So you can see the similarities between Scream, where the caller's just fucking with them, keeps calling them, and then somebody dies, then calls again, and somebody else dies. That's what this movie is. But there's some great kill scenes. Like, come on, like I'll give one away. It's on the cover of the fucking movie here, with the plastic bag and the rocking chair, and chicks like, that's a terrible way to go, suffocating from a plastic fucking bag. I mean, that's a good one. Another one like hooked to a face. That's a good one. A lot of off-screen kills, but it's more like suspense horror. But it's still like a slasher film. You have a deranged killer stalking these girls in the sorority house. I won't. What can I say? These movies have been out for a while. If you haven't seen this, I mean, just go watch it. I won't give anything else away. But it's just, I think it fits into a cinematic piece of history when it comes to horror films and slashers, and I really love it. And it takes place during Christmas. That's why it's called Black Christmas. So that's a good one. Definitely check out Black Christmas. The next one, it's a newer movie. Came out in 2015. Krampus. It's pretty fun. It's based off of, the old legend of Krampus, the like anti-Santa, and he has like little demon elves with him. And basically they're stalking a whole family. He's going to basically punish the kids and everything. If you're non-believer, whatever that is, non-believer of Krampus. But it's pretty fun. They all try to team up, go take out Krampus and everything. You have, there's some actual notable people in there. Like you have Adam Scott in it. He's pretty hilarious. And who else do we have in here? Oh yeah, David Koechner. I think that's how you spell his name. Koechner? I would say Koechner. Anyway, maybe I'll put a picture of him. But some pretty comedic overtones in that movie as well. But some of the kill scenes are pretty great. I like the little just like the weird like minion dudes just trip me out. They're like in the attic in one scene. It's pretty funny. It's got some suspenseful moments in it too. But I just like how Krampus looks. He's got the hooves and everything, and he's like got a big fucking chain hook. So that's a good one. Definitely check that out. Try not to spoil these too much, but I'll give you some good tidbits of everything. Like, there's evil elves in this. Like, his evil elves. They're pretty creepy fucking looking. Just go check it out. Let's see what else we got coming up here. This one's kind of a throw in just because it's an anthology. Some of it I liked more than others, like bits of it, but it's kind of what you could kind of skip around this one. A Christmas Horror Story came out in 2015 as well. You have it's an interwoven stories. They just all take place over Christmas. Like for one of the stories, you have Santa fighting off a zombie infection with his elves, which is pretty funny. You have William Shatner's in this as a DJ. His name's Dangerous Darren. You also have like some kind of like ghost story thing in there. I just like the Santa kicking zombie elves' asses. That was pretty funny. And then there's like one where he's fighting Krampus. He's like they all intertwine together. I just like the zombie elves, really. It's my only selling point on this movie. You got a Krampus Santa fight scene, I guess, but zombie elves. So, Christmas Horror Story. You want something really dumb, kind of silly to watch. Not to say that these aren't all dumb and silly. Some are bloodier than others. Some are more fun than others, I think. But that's a good one. Let's see what else we got. Oh, and this is just a fun one. A fun give me right here. Not really a horror movie, but it definitely creeped me out as a kid. Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a classic. I think there's some parts of it where I'm just like, this is a fucking kids movie. I think it's pretty twisted, especially with the vampires. They win the award for the most blood drank in a night. Like, whose blood are they drinking in that world? Then you have like the hatchet killer dude with it. He's got a hatchet in his head. You know, Jack Skellington just doesn't want to be the Pumpkin King anymore. He wants to go be fucking Santa Claus. I think it's pretty good. I think it's fun. Definitely a classic. I know most people watch it on Halloween and Christmas. I enjoy it. That was just a give me. These are just some of the ones I picked just off the top of my head. Just if you're bored this weekend, trying to watch something. But if you guys have any favorite Christmas horror movies or just horror movies in general, just hey, I'm always looking to watch new shit. So I didn't want to spoil too much, but I hope you guys like this, and I hope you guys try and watch some of these movies. Till next time, please stick around for more stuff right here on Vulgar Display Gaming. Take it easy, everybody. Later.